today we're going to install innovative mounts with new inserts. These ones are, or one of these is new. I don't know which one's new. One of these, I think it's this is the new one. This is the old one with new rubber, and this is an old one with old rubber. But we got some new inserts for it. So we got to put these rubber inserts in this mount, and then we're going to be installing, this is a Blox Racing rigid collar set. So basically these help keep the subframe of the car from shifting underneath the frame, which I think has happened. And I'll talk more about that in just a minute. And then part of the Honda service manual says that if you remove the subframe bolts, you need to replace them. So just to be sure, we got another set of bolts here. These are $7 a piece. And then we got a Blox Racing kit, which is normally $130. It was it was about 99 bucks through K-Series parts. So all good stuff. All this goes in today. It is Friday at it's about 4:30. It is 4:30, 4:32, and I have until tomorrow at 8 a.m. to be done with this. So we're going to go ahead and pour my Mountain Dew in my cup over here so it stays nice and cold. I'm going to switch you over to the plastic base here, and we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to take this mount and put that rubber in it. So there's a couple ways we could do it. We could do it with a couple of crescents, but that's what gluttons for punishment do. Yeah, that worked really good. Yeah, okay. See if I could just... Oh man, something. Oh, it smells like, ugh, got putrid butter. I can't tell, is that the... It's gotta be the mount. It's gotta be the mount. That thing smells horrid. Probably because I tried washing it with water and the water's stuck in there or something, I don't know. This is why we're replacing the rubber. You see this massive ring or whatever, and then on this side as well. They're not supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be straight. So, just gotta push out our pin here real quick. You can use the bolt to help you. There you go. That's the center pin. Now we gotta pry these guys out, which this, if it's anything like the other ones, it's gonna be really easy. Just take it, find that center piece, and out it comes. Ta-da! Yeah, and you can see they're covered in butt grease or something. I don't know. They're disgustingly smelly. Definitely, probably not the best condition, but that's not the reason why we're pulling them out. The reason why we're pulling them out is these are red mounts, which have a different durometer or different hardness mount. And according to what I've read on Innovative's website, is reds are good for things like B series and lower horsepower builds, but clearly I'm not going to be just hanging around stock for a while. But even on their website, they recommend blacks minimum for K-Series anything, and then from there you can go crazy and get whatever color you want or whatever. But I forget what the actual durometer rating of these are, but needless to say, I'm going to put all black in because race car. I really don't want to. I don't like messing with mounts and stuff. If it says you could get away with it, but it's not ideal, I'm not gonna do it. I want what's ideal, and this is as soft as it gets for recommended K-series. The next level up, I can't remember if it was this one or the next one, but it was like 400 horsepower. See, it pretty much slid right in. So just there you go. Patented method. Try it yourself. Just smush it in. A little bit harder to do it this one because I got a rubber mount on the bottom that's causing it to wobble. So this one might require a little bit of force. This will get her done. Am I supposed to do this? I'm making a video. Just go in, loser.
2,000 years later.
I guess that was more than just a quick little buzz. It was like cranking it down kind of deal. But, so what have I learned from that piece? It's probably good to lube these with some sort of lube. But realistically, that's about as good as she gets. She ain't gonna move the solid. So, and we can actually still rotate this a little bit. So that's okay. We're fine there. So, yeah, cool. Motor mounts are ready. Probably not going to go in right at this moment. The motor mounts are done now. Probably not going to go in right at this second, but at least one of them is. The other two will be after we do the rigid collars, so we need to get started on that guy. And the good thing is we already have a 19 millimeter socket on the impact here, and that'll make things easy for cracking bolts loose when we get to that point. So for next things, we're going to jack the car up, take the wheels off, get all that ready. They tell you with some of these that you have the FD3 and the FD4 in the front, and the FD2 and FD1s in the rear. Rumor has it those are actually backwards, so we'll see. Alright, so we got the car all jacked up, whatnot. It's all on stands. I'm not going to videotape that again because that was a good portion of the last video I did. But so, we got some subframe mounts. Subframe thing. And actually might be a good idea. Ooh, can you see? It's a little tough, you can see. But, so basically, this is the subframe bolt here. This is one of them, and there's one here, there's another one right back here, right there. See, that one's kind of dirty. This whole underframe is kind of dirty, but yeah, so we got one there, one back there, and then vice versa on the other side. I'm curious just how much this is going to move. So I got this paint marker here, and it's supposed to be red, but it looks very, very white. What we're going to do is we're going to trace the subframe, where the subframe meets this, I think. Oh no, that's part of the other thing. So you can't even trace this. Huh, okay, well, we can obviously tell if I do this. You can tell that this is way off already. The subframe is way shifted back on this side. Yeah, so I'm just gonna run that around the outside of the bolt here. And that's where the bolt is now. So I'm gonna do that on all of them, that way we can see just how off it is. As a matter of fact, we'll do what they actually recommended, and that is kind of mark it, the center of it. So that's somewhere about the center here. We're just looking to see, you know, about where the center of the bolt is at the moment, but I think it's way off. There you can see some scratch marks right here and like right there that are obviously wrong. Yeah, I ain't gonna draw on it. You see some marks there and marks there. which looks pretty close, but that front was way off. Huh. Which means that back one's probably way off too. Alright, so I'm going to put something underneath this to just get started because this is just chewing up some time. So, let's do that. Dirty. Alright, let's get buzzing. So you gotta remove this bolt here. Well, not remove it, but loosen it. This little guy just didn't have the power to do it, I guess. Huh. Alright, time to break out an actual socket. And no way of getting leverage here. Am I sure that I had that going the right way? I was going the right way, alright. Do we try my other guy? This is the other thing I have. One of these, but pull the socket off this. These sockets when they're brand new, these whatchamacallits are a pain to, the sockets are a pain to get off when the thing is new. I think my first socket was on point here. Rounding off the bolt with the socket because the socket's garbage. I think. Nope, it's turning. We're good. And I know it says not to remove it all the way, so we're not going to. Next. To be honest, that impact probably loosened it, just didn't finish the job. That's why I came in. Or it's just all meat because that's what it feels like right now. Yeah, that's all meat. Man, I love this tool. This is my new favorite tool. I think this is why they said pull the plastic off. Yeah, these aren't too bad. They don't feel like they're 76 foot-pounds. Feel a lot less than that. Look at this guy real quick. He seems pretty well centered. The one right there. That's the one we're turning in. We're doing this with the engine in the car. That doesn't sketch me out at all. I've already killed 20%. I'm already down to 20% battery. Alright, so let's do this quickly because we're almost done with the subcollar, or subframe rigid collars. So, this motor mount. So this is calling for FD3 and FD4 in the front, and FD2 and FD1 in the back. So, we have FD2, which is a rear, and FD1, which is a rear. So, let's take these. Let's go on the other side. Bring this guy with me because I'm going to show you some wicked stuff. So you can see now in here, right there, right here. Do you follow the dot? Right where my finger is. See that gold spot? That's a bolt, right? You want to see some stuff? Some stuff that just makes you give you the willies. Watch this. This gives me willies so bad. Let's see if I can do what I did before. This gives me willies. Ah! The subframe's moving. Whoa! Oh! Yeah, that bothers me because it means the whole bottom of the car's loose. And I did that. So yeah, it's just enough to freak me out. I mean, I could pull on it too, but all right. So we're gonna do this one first. So that means completely undoing this bolt, and this bolt, garbage. So let me grab another bolt real quick, just in case I need it quickly. You have one side where it has silk screening on it, and this says FD2, and the other side that's smooth. So this goes between the subframe and the frame, like that, with the silk screen facing down. At least that's the rumor. So let me try not to pinch my finger here. And it's in. That's all it is. It's in. And then this other piece comes out like that, and this only goes one way. It goes right in the middle, just like that. And then you take your $10 bolt here, like that, and it goes up through the collar and thread the bolt in. It'd be a shame if they sent me the wrong bolts. I would have laughed. I'd cry, laugh so bad. So we're not going to crank this down just yet, because I'm going to test the theory that some of these are wrong, because I mean that guy kind of feels loose in there a little bit. So I'm just going to leave him right there for just a moment while I go grab the fronts and other right here. So I'm going to come over here, and we're going to do the exact same thing, but to the front right here. We're always working on we're always working on just one bolt. That way we don't drop this thing on accident. So there's the other bolt. Garbage. Yeah. So then we got here, this is a FD3. I don't have the instructions in front of me, so I really hope these are right. Silk screen down. Right? And it just kind of fits in like that, and down she goes. And then you have the FD, what is this guy? An FD4, and he goes right in the middle. And then you grab a $10 bolt, which are behind me somewhere. The only reason why I'm replacing these bolts is because the Honda spec says to. So per the K20 shop manual for the RSX or whatever, they call for this to be swapped on switch the bolts. So, and we'll leave it right there for now. Let's go repeat the process, make sure these things are all installed. Got 2 more $10 bolts and 2 more of these collars put in real quick, and we can start putting her back together. So we got here for front, this is an FD3, and we just undo the bolt. Scare me. You take the collar, slide it in, take the bolt, throw it away, grab another $10 bolt from Honda. Oh, grab your other collar. Almost forgot. A derp. Take your other lower collar, which is an FD4 for the front. Slide it down. Put that up and through the collar. Come on, collar. Through the collar now. And this one's even kind of having some issues getting her in. I didn't bring my socket. My socket's on the outside. Either way, that effect. Next, this is FD2 for the rear, and we're just going to take this guy with the bolt. Take the bolt out. Pull the subframe just collar appears to be stuck a little bit, so I'm going to take my little pry bar here. Collar's in. And the other piece, wherever it may be. Right here. This is a FD1. Grab your last $10 Honda bolt, or the fourth one, depending on how many $10 Honda bolts you may have. Slide it through the collar there. Start bolting her in. That's if it lines up. So this one apparently is having some issues doing it, which kind of validates some things. Alright, there we go. So now we gotta get the socket. Alright, and up we go. And now we're gonna make sure that these start to kind of seat into the chassis. Alright, so the rigid collars are in. They're torqued down to 76 pounds. I still gotta put the motor mount bolts back in. But first we're gonna try and tackle, I'm not sure if it's this one or this one, but we're gonna try and see if we can rip the old one out. We already got the 3 bolts removed from the, I think it's this one. I have no idea. We already have the bolts removed from the base of it, from the subframe. So we're gonna see if we can get to this guy in here and just pull him out. So may or may not be able to show that on camera. My camera officially has 4% battery. We're gonna give it a shot though.